Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to a brand new series. I'm going to try and review every single WWE show using emojis. I know some people do other things, but this is something that I came up with myself. So first of all, I'm going to try and review every single show. However, I'm moving tomorrow, so I'm probably going to miss this first draw. I don't want to do it a day late because that's just kind of not okay. So I'm going to try and do every single one, but I'm still working full-time. This is not my full-time job, so maybe one day I'll review every single show. Let's get some support in this video. So first thing, the show opened with one of WWE's traditionally good productions. However, it was spoiled by one of my all-time least favorites, Hulk Hogan, who said the most cringiest things. He said, "You shouldn't just be ready, you should be Rumble ready." Was that a play on Ready to Rumble? I don't know, but this segment, the production was good. Hulk Hogan, it gets a meh. Next segment was the announcers Corey Graves, Michael Cole, introducing the whole show, and all of a sudden Corey Graves gets interrupted by none other than Pat McAfee. I'm a big Pat McAfee fan, so this segment gets a big thumbs up. So for the two Royal Rumble matches, I've got my phone just with the notes of the order of the entries in, because I'm not going to remember 30 in a row just this quickly. For the Women's Royal Rumble, it was number 1, it was Natalya, and she's always a welcome presence in a match like this. Number 2, it was Naomi, and the crowd absolutely erupted. She got one of the biggest babyface responses ever. Number 3, Bayley, and what's important to note here is the crowd actually gave Bayley a babyface reaction, not a heel reaction. So is there some more business going on with the damage control? I think so. Number 4 is Candice LeRae, and Candice LeRae just again reminded me what a good professional wrestler she is. She did some phenomenal moves in this match. Number 5 was the TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace, and she got zero response from the crowd. The crowd had no idea who she was, and it was silence. Not boo, not cheer, not cheer, nothing, just complete silence. Number 6 is Indy Hartwell, and the commentators did something kind of funny here, in my opinion at least. They were discussing if there's ever been 2 winners, because Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, they were kind of helping each other out, and then they said there's never been 2 winners. There's been 2 people who eliminated at the same time, and they were referring to Batista and John Cena. But did they just forget that 1994 ever happened? Bret Hart and Lex Luger won the same match. Did they forget that ever happened? Number 7 comes in Asuka, and Bayley actually looked visibly kind of upset with this. A little more cracks formed, but as the match wore on, they kind of worked together and that kind of vibe. Number 8 is Ivy Nile, and there was an immediate thing about Ivy Nile, Jordynne Grace, 2 big strong women, what's going to happen, and you get the idea, two big beefy women. Number 8 was Katana Chance, who did a normal athletic thing. Number 10, Bianca Belair, also got a massive reaction from the crowd. Number 11, Kairi Sane. So now we've got almost the entire damage control. We've got the tag team champions, we've got Bayley, and they actually worked well together at one point. Next was Tegan Knox. Next was Jaden Carter forming a team with Katana Chance, of course. And this was where Kairi Sane did something cool. She got thrown out of the ring, but kind of had her arms on the apron and her legs put on the LED screen at the bottom of and she almost saved herself, like in a crucifix kind of thing, but unfortunately she didn't save herself. Now, I don't think this was an accident. I think she was meant to be eliminated, because shortly after, Asuka also got eliminated. Then next was Chelsea Green. After Chelsea Green was Piper Niven. Piper Niven put Chelsea Green absolutely through the ringer. You'll see later on. Now they are friends, but you'll see later on what happened. Then number 16 was Xia Li. 17, Zelina Vega, got a massive reaction from the crowd, massive theatrical kind of outfit. Next was Maxine Dupree, and they were talking about how much she's improved, and Chad Gable's been coaching her. Number 19 was Nia Jax. Now here's where it actually became kind of funny. This is where Nia Jax and Piper Niven, they had a big, like, wrecking ball style match, but poor Chelsea Green always just got in the middle. The two of them would try and run into each other, and Chelsea Green just got in the middle. The one would throw the other one in the turnbuckle, and Chelsea Green was just in the turnbuckle. So Chelsea Green absolutely got destroyed by these two, but it was fun to watch. Next was Shotzi, and here's where Nia pretty much clears the ring just for Becky to come in, and they have quite a decent little thing going on. Number 22 is Alba Fire, and also Alba Fire is such a good professional wrestler. Number 23, Shayna Baszler. She did a couple of submission moves, couple of strong moves, but nothing too much to write home about. This is the best part of the Rumble, in my opinion. Number 24, Valhalla walks down, and Truth runs past her, slides into the ring, looks up at only Nia Jax, calls a timeout, comes back out of the ring, Adam Pearce comes running down. He's like, R-Truth, this is the women's match. And he says the following, and he only looked at Nia Jax. He said, were they all women in this match? Are you sure this is not the men's match? Which kind of cracked me up a little bit. The next contestant was Mission. 26 was Zoe Stark. 27, Roxanne Perez. Nothing too spectacular happened here. 28, Jade Cargill. Now, the crowd absolutely erupted for Jade Cargill, and she had a massively impressive spot where she actually body slams Nia Jax over the top rope. Number 29 is Tiffany Stratton. And number 30 is Liv Morgan. And the nice thing about Liv Morgan, if she goes on to win the Royal Rumble, was her and Rhea Ripley's storyline pretty much writes itself. And this one didn't have a traditional final four. It had a final three of Belair, Liv, and Bayley. So all three, the last three contestants fights on the apron, and Liv goes for a code breaker. Bayley slips back into the ring. She hits a code breaker on Belair. Belair falls out, and Bayley just kind of kicks Liv out. And this was a kind of a good spot. It was very risky doing it, but it was kind of a decent spot. I give the Women's Royal Rumble absolute thumbs up. The Iron Woman in the match was Bayley, Naomi, and Belair. All of them had massively long stints in the match. Of course, Naomi and Bayley both, I think, went close or over an hour. Next was the Fatal 4-Way match for the Undisputed Championship, featuring Roman Reigns, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton. Now, I was convinced that the three of them, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton, were going to enter the Royal Rumble. They didn't. It was a decent match. It was just, there was never any doubt who was going to win this match. We always knew it was going to be Roman Reigns. So what happened was they had a predictably good match. Solo Sikoa got involved. Eventually, AJ Styles went to go get a chair, and he whooped Roman with the chair. Then he whooped LA with the chair. Wanted to whoop Randy with the chair. Got a thumb to the eye. Reigns spears Randy. Reigns gets AJ Styles out of the ring. Reigns and LA Knight have a little mini match. LA Knight gets the upper hand. AJ Styles jumps on the top rope for a phenomenal forearm. Reigns pushes LA into the ropes. AJ Styles falls down. He spears LA Knight. He spears AJ Styles, and AJ Styles eats the pin. He's shortly back, and he takes a pin for Roman Reigns to retain. Roman Reigns retains. Nothing to say about that. The match itself was good, but the whole segment just gets a poop emoji from me. Next is the Logan Paul KO match. Predictably, two of them, they're going to have a fantastic match. They're both phenomenal athletes. So, almost at the end of the match, Logan's entourage comes through the crowd, jumps over the barricade, and the referee tries to get him out of the match. And in comes Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, hands Logan Paul brass knucks. Brass knucks, he tries to use it on KO. KO grabs his hand, takes the brass knucks from him, hits Logan with the brass knucks, pins him, and as the ref's hand goes down for 3, the ref sees the brass knucks in KO's hand and DQs KO. So this match, I did not want to see a DQ finish. It just doesn't make any sense, but it maybe sets up a rematch for them at Elimination Chamber, or maybe even Mania. And then after the match, KO absolutely destroyed Logan Paul. This segment gets a thumbs down from me, just because DQ finishes, I'm never a fan of that. Next was the men's match. I'm going to have my phone again just for the entries. Okay, so number 1, number 2, Jay and Jimmy Uso, and they have a massive stare down. Crowd absolutely loses it, and they've got a good little mini match until number 3. Grayson Waller comes in. He cuts a promo on Jay Uso, eats a boot in the face for his effort, and then he gets into the ring and they start their match. Number 4, Andrade is back, and he's got this massive mask on. His entrance looked absolutely phenomenal. Crowd lost it for Andrade. 5 is Carmelo Hayes, also got a decent response. 6, Shinsuke, even after his entrance music died down for a couple of seconds, the crowd still went on, and Pat McAfee was losing his mind at the commentary desk. Number 7, Santos Escobar. Number 8, Karrion Kross. Nothing particularly interesting happened. Number 9, Dominic Mysterio, and the boos, we could hear it here in England. You could hear it all the way here in England. The boos was absolutely insane. Next, Carlito, and here was quite a fun piece. He's got a thing going on with Dom, and he goes into his tights, gets an apple. He's standing over Dom, wants to spit in Dom's face, and Santos Escobar kind of throws him over the top rope, and he spits into Santos Escobar's face, and Santos Escobar gets eliminated. I missed the I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. I missed that theme song, and this was pretty cool throwback to the eating of the apple. Number 11, Bobby Lashley comes out and he chucks out Karrion Kross, and they have a massive brawl outside. AOP comes in and the Street Profits come in. They have a massive brawl. Bobby Lashley also gets eliminated by Karrion Kross coming back in, and it's just a massive brawl outside. Number 12, Ludwig Kaiser. 13, Austin Theory. 14, Balor. 15, Cody Rhodes, and the crowd absolutely explodes. The crowd absolutely loses their mind. 16, Bronson Reed did a couple of big boy things. 17, Kofi, and I thought I'm going to see a massively cool Rumble spot. 18, Gunther. He eliminates Kofi, but there was no Kofi elimination spot. I don't know if this was on purpose or they just didn't want to take the risk, but there was no spot. 19, Ivar comes in, and this was a kind of funny part. Throughout the match, Jimmy Uso tries to make friends with all the heels. He tries to dab all the heels up, and all of them just flat out rejects him, including Ivar. 20, Bron Breakker comes in. He's got a good stare down with Gunther, and they have a good little mini match going on. I would love to see a full program with the two of them, and he just spears everybody. 21, Omos. Ivar does a spring breaker from the middle rope into a spear from Bron Breakker at this time. Pretty good spot. 22, Pat McAfee. He comes, he's got his dress shirt on, he's got his pants on, he's got a snakeskin suit, shoes on. He climbs through the ropes. Staring at him is Omos, Gunther, and Bron Breakker. And Pat McAfee, he climbs over the top rope, onto the apron, wants to jump out, jumps back into the ring, and he gets stared down again, and he's out of the ring. Now, obviously, this is a long segment of Michael Cole making fun of him, Michael Cole lasting long in the Rumble, all that standard stuff. 23, JD McDonough. Bron Breakker gets eliminated by Dom. JD gets absolutely speared into next week because Dom eliminated him. Next, R-Truth comes out, and he picks up JD and he throws JD back into the ring, only for JD to get immediately eliminated. R-Truth gets on the apron and he's trying to get a hot tag from Dominic Mysterio, and the crowd absolutely loses it. He thinks it's a tag match for some reason. He's standing there trying to get a hot tag. He eventually gets the hot tag from Dominic Mysterio, and he just does his thing. He does his John Cena impersonation. Didn't go so well when he did the 5 knock. It didn't go so well for him. But R-Truth, he's just a national treasure. Then Miz came in at number 25. They did some funny things with Miz and R-Truth still being kind of friends, but Miz tries to protect Dominic, tries to protect Miz, and it doesn't go so well for Truth. Damian Priest, he comes in while this is going on and he eliminates Truth. 27, CM Punk, Cult of Personality hits, and the crowd again absolutely loses it. 28 is Ricochet, he does more Ricochet kind of things. 29 is Drew, and Jay, as the Iron Man of this match, gets eliminated. 30 is Sami Zayn, and I can't lie, for a second I would have loved to see Sami Zayn win the Rumble, but he immediately goes after Drew, and him and Drew, they just absolutely have it out. The final four, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Gunther. They have a solid thing, but eventually Punk eliminates Drew. Gunther tries to eliminate Cody, and then Cody just gets him over the top rope. And now it's when the two favorites for the match, Punk and Cody, they've got like a mini match of 15 minutes probably. It was a solid mini match. Finishes, reversals. It was absolutely solid match until Punk's got Cody up for the GTS, and he says, I didn't wait 10 years to lose to Dusty's kid. And he goes for the GTS, gets reversed, and Cody throws out Punk. Punk's storyline, as if you watched my predictions, Punk's storyline with Seth writes itself. They don't need the Rumble win for that. So Cody was the right choice. I predicted all the Rumble winners, or all the winners of this PLE correctly in my predictions video. And yes, for the men's match, gets a big smiley face from me. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please consider subscribing. Until next time, peace.